Good morning, my wonderful people. Ndị Chukwu chọrọ mma, ụtụtụ ọma. We welcome you guys to the program once again. As usual, we're here to share the good news. People thought the good news was from 50 million years ago, but we have a fresh good news that can give you life and give you life abundantly. Not life that is fake, not life that is being run by someone else, not a life that is being controlled with people shitting in their toilet and your life is being changed. We're talking about having total control of your destiny. That destiny that was taken by Osman Danfodio and his great grandchildren. We are about to take you back. Are you willing to join us? Do you understand what it takes to get there? Do you know what it takes to get there? Are you being honest to yourself that you don't know, but now you're willing to know? So join us on the ride. We have a place to go. We have enough information today for you to begin to make headways into where we're going. We have a destination. And it's not a destination that you put your hand in a basket, like my sister will say, you bring it out. You say, oh, yeah, this is the plan. No, it's a well thought out destination. And the Western world is watching you guys to see what you're going to do with that information that has been written down for you to get your freedom. Because they can say, their brother did the work, their brother showed them the way out, but they were busy castigating him. They were busy saying, he carried portfolio when he was saying it. Oh, why is his eyes green anyway? They will leave important things and be jumping into the forest. It's not the first time that we have done that. But we have faith. In our language, they will say, we have faith that you guys are beginning to get it. We want to use the wonderful opportunity to thank our people at home, our great brothers and sisters that understand that we need to take back our lives. We need to take back our culture. We need to take back all that we have lost in the quest to become westernized, in the quest to fit into whatever container they want us to fit into, in a quest to abandon the land that our forefathers have left for us to go and look for greener pasture somewhere else when our land is the Garden of Eden, y'all. I said it, Garden of Eden. This was a revelation to one of our sons. He said, Mommy, those things these people are saying is from the fake map that they drew up. My spirit, this is a child that is only 19 years. He said, my spirit told me that that land is the Garden of Eden. So we need to begin to see it as such. We need to begin to treat it as such. We need to eventually take back our power because the universe is waiting for us. If you guys recall last time we said that God mentioned that he will not replace your action, but he will do what? He will elevate and finish up your action, but you must have to start somewhere. All right, we're trying to cut off our show to be just 1 hour this week, so I'm not going to talk too much. My name is Mona Saga, and I am here in Houston, Texas. As usual, help us to share. You know that the struggle is real when it comes to our people, being blocked from hearing this good news. But we are overcoming because, like we said all the time, the feedback, they are overwhelming. They're overwhelming. So our people are getting it. Welcome. Go ahead, sister.
Thank you so much. Thank you, our viewers. Please help us to share, like, subscribe. Invite your friends. It's that time again that these two women come to have discussion with you. So please share, like, subscribe. This job is for all of us. It's a teamwork. Everybody, if you're doing it for yourself and your children and children's children. So please, it's not just Nina's work. It's like my sister said, our responsibility to do this. So let's do it. My name is Dr. Ekwi Simon Okube. I live in Lexington, and we'll give you food for thought so that as you're sharing, you're listening, and preparing your mind for what we have to discuss today. You see, the curtain of darkness has fallen. The sun is rising, and the pillar of light is becoming brighter to lead the people of God. But only the sighted can see it and receive direction. Those who have covenanted with darkness shall only see darkness. May your chi lead you out of darkness into light. Thank you very much. Keep sharing.
Thank you very much. May your chi lead you into, oh my goodness, my sister, that is powerful. May our chi lead us into light and take us away from darkness. So, as usual, please help us to share. We're trying to share because I have a couple of people that don't, they, I don't know, for some reason, they don't allow them to see the show. So, I'm sending, help us to continue to share, share, share. I am sending out information. So, we'll be starting soon. If you just join us, welcome to the program. We're happy to have you here. The universe is for us, y'all. The universe is for us. For 400 years, we were crying, wanting God to come and do it by Himself. We didn't know He wants us to do something. He wants us to react. He wants us to have some type of action so that He will do the work that He needs to get done. So the ball is in our courts. Are you ready to do your part? Do you understand what it takes to do the part? We are almost home, people. We are almost home. If only you understand what needs to be done in order for us to get to our final destination. So, welcome to the program as usual. Help us to share, like that whole thing that needs to be done with the social media. Do not be discouraged because we are not. The lives of our children are in danger, and we are not here to play jokes. You know what a mother can do when they're fighting for their children, right? She's going to use all her strength, all her might. Unless she's dead, she will not stop fighting. So that's what we do here every Saturday. Whether we are tired or not, whether we have other things going on in our lives, we show up faithfully. We show up faithfully. So we are consistent in all our ways. We are here to show you guys what consistency looks like. We're here to take you guys to the next level. That if you continue on a journey and you continue to walk in the right path, the only outcome is for you to complete that journey. Nothing else will happen. That is the only outcome. So, welcome to the program. Help us to share, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, that whole fancy things that needs to be done. Awesome. All right, so we'll continue to share. Oh, we are on this thing called Space. And I heard that a lot of our people on Space because the other platform is playing games. So we are on Space, and we will also have an audio at the end of the show. So once again, continue to help us to share, like, and that whole um, practice or ritual that we have to do with every show. Continue to like, press the like button. I heard that it helps to disorganize their algorithm that they have to block the show. As our topic goes, Nina's response to the various plans of the enemy. Nina's response to the various plans of the enemy. You have seen this topic. We've had it posted since Thursday. And one of the reasons why we decided to do this is, as you know, a lot of noise making is everywhere. Some people are getting bits and pieces here and there, even though they've been, you know, the information has been discussed with them. They will take you from one point and mess it up on the other side. So we wanted to be particular in sharing this information. We wanted to ensure that we truly break it down in a simple format in a short time so that we will begin to know exactly what we need to do to get to our final destination. According to John Steinbeck, all war or conflict is a symptom of man's failure as a thinking being. We have told you guys time and time on this show that even after war, what happens? They go on the table and they make a decision. And our stance is, why can't we then start from the table? For the sake of our children, for the blood of our people, why can't we then start from the table? So while different agitation groups run around looking for the West, or should we say the colonialists, to come and help us fight and free us, the Lower Niger Congress, and their partner, MNN partner, also known as NINAS, Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination. They have developed a local solution for a local problem. It's right now, a lot of us are seeking international solution. This local solution is a wonderful, well-detailed decolonization strategy that embraced and took into our account not multinational, multicultural, multilingual, and multi-religion nature of our people without overlooking our core value system, also our ways of life. But unfortunately, the morally bankrupt colonial powers have exploited these differences in their fierce divide and conquer policy. Are we going to allow them to continue to use us? Are we going to allow them to continue to have us cry for the queen? When our grandmother died in the village, no one in the UK cried for them. In ensuring that these strategies were balanced and in recognition of the petty thievery tendencies of these colonial powers, NINAS structured a containment mechanism that catered to the known interests of those colonial powers in a manner that does not compromise our ethnic nations, also as well as our indigenous peoples. In other words, NINAS structured a well containment mechanism called equal partnership. And they understand that, right? Because that's what they do in their country. They understand what equal partnership is all about. But what do we find ourselves in? The misguided caliphate, which had for over 100 years served as a local agent for the British Crown, has thrown the Nigerian enterprise into a big mess. They can't even run their 10 wives and 2 children. How are they going to run you? You will become Alamajiri. That's the only outcome for you, begging money on the street. They have us now caught in the web of ease design, and they are desperately juggling a disingenuous three-option strategy in furtherance of all its overall subjugation motives. The three-pronged strategy of conquest invasion, assumption of martial powers. So we're going to break these things down for you guys because they are flabbergasted that we are giving you guys their secret and none of you are paying attention. And the electoral victory by predetermined underhand methods. They are meeting a more profound and complex strategy of NINAS, which seeks the enthronement of genuine democracy in our sovereign territories. So today we're going to give you guys some of those three-pronged strategy of conquest. We're going to break it down and tell you guys exactly how they intend to accomplish this criminality against the indigenous peoples. And as we go, we show you some pictures. We're going to show you some evidence because we want to show and tell today so that our people will not be confused about what's being said. So please, bring your listening ears, bring a paper, use your cell phone notes, take some notes because this is serious. We have no more time to waste. If we miss this opportunity to understand this strategy, my dear, I sent out a video this week called the Case Study for Nigeria. Go and look up for Nigerians. Go and look at the Mali, what's happening in Mali. That's exactly where you guys are heading to. But we have the power to stop all of that mess before it gets out of hand. Go ahead, sister.
Yes, we have the power to stop all this mess, and we have been positioned to do it. There's a question that comes to my mind. If someone is attacking you, excuse me, with all ammunition, he has been attacking you, not now. It's well equipped, the military, everything, and the person is coming at you. What will be your response? Is it to go and carry stick and broom, stick and bottle, chuck a bullet guns, and be running up and down inside bush? Should that be your response? You think. What we do here as mothers is to make our people to think. This thing is not difficult. It's not something that you say, I don't know. If you are honest and sincere, the answers will come to you. What will be your response? Somebody is already coming and the person has killed over 3.5 million at one time within 3 years. Because when we say 3.5 million, it's not like, oh, that's what they've killed over the 100 years that they've been with us. Within 3 years, over 3.5 million killed, massacred. And even when you try to say it, like Professor Uju, our sister, tried to say, they will come at you. They will want to kill you. They want to eat you and destroy you. They are ever ready to make sure that you are destroyed. What should be your response? What comes to my mind is to outwit them. It's not to go and start gathering ammunition that you know that the ones selling it, that the ones producing it. If you do that, if that is your first response, they will kill you off. Because of my brothers and sisters that keep saying, oh, these people won't understand it's gone. Do you have it? Do you have that gun? Are you able to produce it? Remember that 1967, when we fought, that Colonel Ojukwu was in charge of procuring ammunition as at that time. And he had some ammunition in his base, being the head of the Eastern region. So many things were on our side. We had the autonomy to even produce ammunition. Now, your land is proliferated. Your land is penetrated. The enemy is living right inside your land. The agents, everyone is inside. You can't even have a discussion, a military discussion, without your enemy hearing. What should be your response? We told you that we want you today to think. We daughters of truth, we believe that the response should be, first, to outwit the enemy. Turn around what the enemy is doing. Because that's the strategy we see even in the Bible. Check all the wars that David fought and that he never lost. It was war of strategy. First of all, he will outwit the enemy through the wisdom of God. He will outwit the enemy. There's no time that David used the ammunition of the enemy. He will first of all outwit the enemy. The enemy will start killing themselves. Then he will come and take victory. That has been the strategy all the time. For those of you that are carrying big Bible that you don't read. So today we want to go in depth, like my sister has said, into NINAS strategy for people that are saying they don't understand. We want to break it down for you. Why we are breaking it down is to give you benefit of doubt. So that when you continue to say you don't understand, it will be obvious that you are ready for consumption, for destruction. Because a way of escape has been given to us. So we're going to play a first video. This is the only video we'll play for this show. It's the theme video to show NINA's response in brief before we begin to break it down through the show. It's just part of it. This video has been going out. We send a lot of it in the website and everywhere. So this is the response to the various plans of the enemy. That's what we'll break down for you, but we'll just give you a little part of it. Let's say our brother, Barrister Tony Nadi, give us a little bit, then we'll break it down. Thank you very much.
It's of implementation of the NINAS Constitutional Force Majeure. We arrive now to the point where the various plans of the enemy that's upon us that we had exposed, by previous broadcasts. We recall we talked about plans A, B, and C of the enemy: conquest, martial powers, and electoral victory by all means. Those are their plans A, B, and C. So we now have come to share with our people what that enemy is doing with each of these plans. And those who want to verify, go to YouTube and check out the title, view the title 2023 election as Caliphate decoy for conquest onslaught. 2023 as caliphate decoy for conquest onslaught. There's also one in which we're talking about election of 2023 as a disguise for plan A and B of that's the election itself is the third in the hierarchy of options. Where has that brought us? The onslaught, the conquest onslaught is ongoing. I'm sure we saw the video in which a community leader in Plateau was talking about 80 communities that have been overrun in circumstances where the governor and the military commanders were informed upfront about the invasion and they did nothing. And by the time the dead bodies were counted in the villages that they could access, over 300 of their kinsmen had been killed by these Fulani invaders. And so that conquest, that onslaught is ongoing. Southern Kaduna, Benin, everywhere they are attacking people, even in the deep into the south. The other day it was guests at a funeral in Ondo State. 32 we hear have been abducted. There are some that they took into the forest, into their farmlands, in Zambia somewhere, in Zambia or Niger. So all kinds, the conquest, the plan A, to conquer the rest of Nigeria and hold on to that conquest as the basis of ownership and control, away from the constitution that was defeated. Then the plan B is where they are by themselves, the enemy is by itself, compromising the security of the country on such a scale that could become basis of suspending the journey to the election and assuming martial powers. We want the election shut down. We want constitution dismantled. They want the election shut down for their own purpose. We had when Malami had written to his principal suggesting that the constitution be suspended in its entirety, meaning that they are going to suspend your rights and assume more rights, martial powers to be able to advance their conquest mission unchallenged. That's what it is. And so plan B is to compromise security a little further and now cite it as a reason for going in that direction, suspending elections, suspending constitution, assuming martial powers under section 135 of the constitution. If we have not succeeded in if we refuse to demonstrate our rejection of that constitution before they play that card, it will be entirely our fault. The whole world has to hear it from us that we're not going to this election. As for whether election of 2023 will suffer, let those who have ears listen to it now. The people that are inviting you to that election, they have two other plans outside that election. And even in that election, they have their own plans outside the rules they advertise to you. So head or tail, either they conquer you immediate, or they assume martial powers to buy longer time for themselves to finish that conquest, or they retain power by taking you to election that they've already rigged out by their own mechanisms. Head or tail, they emerge. And so we are informing our people that in the one of plan A, the conquest, nobody needs to be told it's happening. In the one of plan B, I'm sure we saw when the Arewa, saw in the news, in the media space, when the Arewa youth.
All right, we'll stop this video here. We'll post the entirety on our Facebook page. The goal is to have more conversation today, because we feel like sometimes we get lost. Our people get lost listening to the video. So today is a breakdown day. So go ahead, Sister. Let me pull up there.
Yeah, can you give us the outline?
Yes.
Okay, so in the outline, should I go ahead? You want me to go ahead?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll bring them up.
Okay, so we will show you PowerPoint. The essence of it is that as you see it, as we speak, you are reading it with us, those that can read. Those that want to listen will listen, because when you see something, you tend to retain it more. So the outline that we're going to use today is, first of all, we're going to give you the enemies of the plans of the enemy. And each plan will tell you what NINAS has done and is doing in that regard. So that when you hear people running up and down, tell you, because what people do is plagiarize the work of NINAS. NINAS has been on this work for over 20 years. When NINAS say freedom, they will run around and say our group now is called Freedom Group. If NINAS say Aladimma, they will run around and say, we have registered Aladimma. If NINAS say self-determination, they will register a group called self-determination group. If NINAS say referendum, they register a group and say referendum group. So NINAS has been on this work for over 20 years because it's step by step. So we want, going forward, we want to begin to show you this is what is going on and this is what NINAS is doing. Now, the conquest that we told you, we said there's plan A, plan B, plan C. Each NINAS has a standing response for. Nobody knew all these things. Nobody knew it was 1999 constitution that was the problem. Everybody was just agitating and running up and down. The NINAS team, that the only ones that sat down and put the problem, made a proper diagnosis of the problem. Like those of you in the health industry, you will know that you cannot treat a patient if you don't have a proper diagnosis. And if you make mistake in your diagnosis, the patient is going to die. So making proper diagnosis is very, very important and is the paramount if you want to solve any problem. So we will also give you this a status report on the state of implementation of NINAS Constitutional Force Majeure of the 16th December 2020, exposing the plans of the enemy and what is the response, you know. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, you want to take it from here?
No, I'm trying to share something. Go ahead.
Okay. So plan A, like we already told you, is conquest. That's the enemy. That's what the enemy wants to do. Conquer the people, the entire territory. And we have heard them make these comments. And apart from comments, they are implementing it. Those that live in Northeast, Northwest, Middle Belt, they are seeing it firsthand. Even those in Southwest, you can see they're already living within your territory. Those in South, Southeast, you can see the enemy is already in there waiting for the final signal. So they have started, you can see the slaughter coming from Northwest, Northeast. You can see what is going on in Middle Belt. Communities are being taken over. Local government, states, regions are being overrun and taken over and renamed. They are not just, as they kill, they rename the places. They have compromised the security system in the whole place. Ask yourself, who are the people in charge of the security systems? You can't compromise what you're not in charge of. So they are in charge of it. That's why they compromise it. And then they will send, when the people are under attack, each community, because it's planned attack, don't think anything you're saying is by mistake. When a community is being attacked, the rest of the community will not even know. And then instead of sending military that you know their job is to protect our territories, they will send civil defense, send police with a chakabule gun to defend people, protect citizens that are being attacked by well-armed terrorists, AK-47, whatever, all the things that you can imagine. 5 villages, like series of attacks. We'll give you an example in Plateau. There was a night 5 villages were attacked. After, when they finished, the people could not even carry their dead bodies. They could not even get their 87 villages. There's a video that was going around when the man was telling how these things happened to them. They will compromise the traditional rulers. Because already we told you that these traditional rulers are being paid from the federal government. And who is in charge of the federal government? Fulani Nation. They have hijacked the federal government. So they will put the traditional rulers under payroll. So that when they come to kill off their people, he will travel to London or travel to anywhere he wants to travel. And then another thing they do is that they will impose a governor on the states. That is happening in Plateau. The Plateau governor is more of a Fulani houseboy. The same thing in Imo State. People are saying it. We don't need to tell you. It's just that some of you, as you're seeing, you're not reasoning well to see what is going on. So the Plateau governor, for instance, they say is always at Abuja. So the night that they were attacked, Omipo, he will disappear and go to Abuja and go and have a good time. Because they all have houses in Abuja. When you get to Abuja, there's Anambra House, Imo House, Plateau House, big houses. You go there and stay while they kill his people. 86 bodies they recovered from that night attack. Over 300 people were killed. Different villages, indigenous villages. They will invade them and kill them, and nobody will respond anything. The lands that need to be given back if we are serious people. But the lands will not be given back. They will continue to kill people. The same thing in southern Kaduna. Look at Ondo State. Something happened. It was a funeral. People were abducted. So northeast, northwest, middle belt, southwest, southeast, south, under serious attack. These things are not jokes. They are not joking. We are showing you pictures. Have you run through the pictures? These are villagers. You can see these people. They are real people. They are in IDP camp. This is one of the NGOs, Left Faithful, the picture they sent to us. Because like we tell people, we are working with the people on ground. We don't come here to tell stories. They send us pictures as updates. Because from time to time, funds are sent to help the Christians being killed. So they send updates. These are the things going on. Please, can you go through the pictures? I don't know if you have gone through the pictures. I was this thing. You can see these people that are real people. It's not story. It's not we don't know what is going on. It's real. What is going on is real. And this will spread the entire Nigeria. And we ask you, how can your PVC stop this? Question we're asking. You can see the video that came out where they say, oh, in Imo State, they registered all the foreign people, because we told you that the technology they implemented, because these people are very good at rebranding themselves. When you catch them here, they move to another place. When you catch them here, they move to another place. Now, they have now moved from the one that they will be shooting you and killing you, saying that they're rigging election. They have become more sophisticated. And you know what? It's an Igbo man that developed the software for them, developed the system. And when he finished developing it, they transferred him to Enugu, pulled him out. If these people are sincere, who do you think should monitor the system till they finish? No, they will use you, set up the system, and send you out. And then go inside, bring their boys to go inside and manipulate. It's now much easier to rig the election. Much more easier, because it's algorithm. There's this thing they tried in one African country. I can't remember what. When the people in diaspora were shouting, oh, no. We need to vote out of the election. He said, okay, you'll be part of it. You know what they did? In the algorithm, they had two candidates, A and B, for instance. If you press that you're voting for A, it will go to A. If you press B, that you're voting for B, it will still go to A. It's technology, algorithm. And when they finish, what will you do? You only cry. Like we saw them in the press conference. Cry. Oh, well, all the governors in APC, all APC governors, this is what they're doing. They're registering fictitious people. They are putting all these people in place. Oh, this is this. This is what they're doing. They're doing this. They're doing that. Is that the response? Somebody has set up.
I guess it's a strategy for them, I guess.
Exactly. They told people that they needed new polling units, up to 90. 80 of them are in North. They gave you only 10% to share in the South. As a result, they moved those polling units in Niger Republic, saying that some of their people go there to do business. Are some of your people not in UK and London doing business? You're seeing these things, but you're not understanding. But you know what? We will be here explaining it to you. So we showed you a picture of displayed villagers from Left Faithfuls they sent to us as updates. So what is now NINA's response to all this going on? First, to defeat the constitution that gives them authority to enter your land and invade you. The constitution that says visa on arrival. You see, the constitution is the mother of everything that is happening in any nation. In fact, the constitution is the nation. If you don't have a constitution, you don't have a nation. And for you to have a constitution, the citizens of that nation will have to make the constitution. But we are telling you people, what you have is imposed. Is Britain, the British document. We call this constitution colonial constitution. Imposed it on you, and since then it has been going through metamorphosis. Today it will wear yellow. Tomorrow they will remove the yellow jacket and put green jacket. Tomorrow they remove the green jacket and put the blue jacket. It is the same thing. So for people that are saying, oh, Nigerians made the constitution, they did not. And we will continue to say it. Now, because of this constitution, that's why when you hear the Fulanis talk, they will tell you, so far this constitution is in place. We own this. The oil in Bayelsa belongs to us. The resources in Enugu, they belong to us. This is real. It's truth. Under that constitution, they introduced what you call the NIN number, which you citizens are finding difficult to get, but the Fulanis received it. Those Fulanis they brought in during COVID, they've given them the NIN numbers. That gives them the title as citizens of that space where you're living. Under that constitution, they gave them PVCs that you don't even have. Your own has been manipulated. Under that constitution, they gave them AK-47 and all the ammunition. All the military ammunition that you have for Nigerian military, they are in charge of it. They've been given to them. So far that constitution is in place, they will continue to use it. They will have access to it, to use it. So with all this, they have rights to come to any part of your land. And there's nothing you can do because they are all Nigerians. They have become Nigerians. And you cannot fight them. Under that constitution, you, the
they are more Nigerian than they are. They have their IDs and the numbers to prove it. You don't have nothing.
Exactly. Under that constitution, you are disarmed. You can't even protect yourself. Some people say, oh, go to Abuja and get gun. Get to Abuja and they'll give you license. Is that what we're talking about? We are talking about being able to protect the whole land. You're talking of protecting your house. Get a gun and protect your house. Is it making sense? So that constitution took away the guns from the people because that was what they went to sort out at Aburi that resulted into eventual genocide. They wanted each region to have ammunition so that they can protect their territory and their region. But Britain knows that if that happens, they will not carry on with their invasion because they are the ones that train all these terrorists. Like what is happening in Mali. Go and see what France is doing there. The colonial masters, they are the ones that scatter the people and kill them. Why? For resource control. So you as an indigenous person cannot get proper ammunition to protect your territory. But they will open door and arm the terrorists and they will invade you and kill you. What is making it possible? 1999 Constitution that says that a foreigner is now a Nigerian. While you are the Nigerian, you are living in that space. Your territory is trapped in that Nigeria. You don't have access to these things. Rather, they sent you out of the country to go and enslave yourself in UK and Europe. So there's a video that you go to YouTube. We're not playing it here. It's called Terror Attack, the Demand of the Terrorists. What the terrorists demanded when they attacked that train, train terror attack, that train when it was attacked. Because what they did, that it's just like any nation trying to get whatever they want. They can hijack aeroplane, they can hijack train, they can hijack anyone. Go and read how they did all these things. These people know what they're doing, and they are being supported by people that know what they're doing. So they hijacked that train and made demands and said that your commander-in-chief knows what they want.
Red flags everywhere.
Red flag everywhere. Go to that YouTube, find it. It's NINAS video. It's called Train Terror Attack and the demand of the terrorists, what they are asking for. That will tell you what is going on and then why this is the right response. As a result, that is why in NINA's strategy, in NINA's, this strategy that we are discussing, please can you pull up the next this strategy that we are discussing, okay, that's plan B. Let me finish plan A. So this strategy that we are discussing, 75% of the work that needs to be done is to pull down that 99 constitution. That's 75% of the work. So when you hear people doing mobilization, talking by the corner, that is just 5%. Because everybody knows what the issues are. Everybody knows that we are in serious trouble. We don't need to tell anybody. That is why it's just 5% of the work. So all the noise you're making, whether on social media, whether you're going to UN House to do protest, whether you're going to wherever, all of the freedom fighting groups agitating and protesting, all that work you're doing is 5% of the work that needs to be done to get you out of this prison. 75% of the work is to pull down the 1999 Constitution. And that is why NINAS worked for over 20 years and at the end came to constitutional force majeure that was done on the 16th of December 2020. That constitutional force majeure, when you're doing it, you don't just come out and say, today we are doing constitutional force majeure. You will do certain things. Part of what they did was solemn assemblies. All the ethnic nations gathered, about 164 ethnic nations gathered together and were instructed on what to do. And they were told to go back to their own blocks and do what you call solemn assemblies. It's international standard. These are not what you just scratch your head and say, now I know what is self-determination. Let me start too. Me too can do it. I can do self-determination. I am the president of Biafra of Republic. With your neck that is, look, okay, let me not go there. So, please, listen attentively. These solemn assemblies were done. That of Lower Niger Congress, the territory, is a territory. That's the territory that has the South, Southeast, Midwest, all that area. They did their own April 2015 at Port Harcourt. 2015, how many years did I say? 2015 at Port Harcourt. And then 2017, they did that of Ibadan. That Southwest did their own. 2018, Middle Belt did their own at Makurdi. Then December 11, 2018, they did what you call Freedom Proclamation at Lagos. There's a video on YouTube. It's called Wazobia. Go there and see what happened and see all the people that were there. Now, I think that there's also then from January to June 2019, they went to the international community. That's at Washington, D.C. for 6 to 7 months discussing what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, because these people are stakeholders. You don't just start doing things without involving the stakeholders. Also, they're part of the stakeholders. We are stakeholders, they are stakeholders. We want equal partnership. That's what we're saying. So we have to discuss with them. And as a result, UN sent somebody to come in September 2019 to verify and confirm that 1999 Constitution is what is causing the problem. That's the reason why all the blood is flowing everywhere in Nigeria. And why Nigeria has become a threat to the global peace. With her 200 million population that can go can become refugees if anything happens. So these videos are there. Go online and find these videos and then you follow what is going on. So the plan B, what we call the assuming martial powers. That's the plan B of the Fulani-British partnership. We're telling you. I've told you the plan A and the plan B. Plan B is for them to assume martial powers. Please pull up. You can pull up the.
I'm coming.
Okay. It's for them to assume martial powers, and then for them to do that, because when they assume martial powers, it will give them more time. They will buy more time to finish up plan A. As a result, they started compromising the security situation in Nigeria at large scale. You saw when they brought out some people from Kuje prison, nationwide kidnapping, attacking military bases and garrison. All this is to create a security situation, like to show that Nigeria, that, oh, there's security issues in Nigeria. And based on that, they will suspend the 2023 election. And you know what? Suspend your own rights. So your governors will lose their rights. The little right that they had, they will lose that right. And then they will take over and do what they need to do, still finishing up. So there are clues that have been coming out that made us to know that these people, this is part of what they are planning. So we will bring up the pictures to you, because they are laying foundation of how to suspend the election for their own purpose. The first one is when Abubakar Malami told Buhari to suspend the constitution and declare martial law. The thing that happens is that these people, they keep saying these things and you don't even understand. Like, what are they saying? What are they saying? Words fall out of their mouths and you're like, oh, what did he just say? These things are not mistakes. They know what they're saying. They're preparing your mind, laying the foundation of what they will do. This is the man. He's the whatever, of Nigeria, Abubakar Malami. There's another that Arewa youths. There's another one, former chief of army staff and minister of interior, General Abdulrahman Dambazal. Look at him. You see, he says 2023 election is threatened by insecurity. Governors of Northwest, they also came together. You see them, you say election may not hold in several Northwest states over insecurity, says governors to Buhari. And then their grandmother, the crown, the British crown, the one that will take care of issues, take care of the propaganda and false narrative at the international level. The ones that will not go to the international communities and tell lies. Britain, what did they say? 2023 election may not hold in Nigeria. You see, they're dropping these things small. So what is NINA's response? NINA's response is now preparing the indigenous peoples. He said, we have always said it from beginning that we want this election to be suspended. Why? It's not because of insecurity that we know that you people created. It's not because of the kidnapping that we know that it's you people are doing the kidnapping. It's so that we can suspend the 1999 constitution and go and begin a new negotiation for how we want to live in this geographical space. And you know what? Indigenous peoples, we have 2 to 3 months to do this. NINAS want you to say it loud and clear that we want the constitution we want the 1999 constitution to go down so that we can proceed to transition. That is the proper response. It's not so that you carry PVC. It's so that we can rework our terms of living together. They are killing us. They are slaughtering us. We want the election suspended. We are not saying boycott election. We want the election suspended so that we can dismantle the 1999 constitution and proceed to transition. It's a two-step fundamental constitutional restructure. That's what we're saying. The first step is multi-regional referendums. And then some people will now go ahead and do their charter of relationships and constitution, depending on the result of the referendums. There is a video online in YouTube showing our people what they need to do. So we need to say this thing loud and clear. That video is called, "If You Agree with NINAS, Say It Loud." Go to YouTube, find this video, watch it so that you understand the details of what we are saying. We need to say it loud, that the only reason we are saying the election of 2023, the general election of 2023 should be suspended, is that the constitution that the person that will win will use to rule us is the colonial constitution, is the master's constitution, is the constitution that has enslaved us for over 100 years. We don't want that constitution anymore. As a result, we want that election to be suspended so that first of all, we will rework the constitutional basis of the place, the geographical space where we are living. Say it loud for anybody to hear. Whatever move that you're making, this is not about political parties. It's not my party is bigger than your party. We are all collectively in this trouble and we are about to be annihilated. The world must hear us. That's because you have to say the right thing. Not just going to say, "Oh, they're killing me, they're killing me." You need to say, understand what you need to say. That we do not have a nation. That what we have was imposed on us. It is not, our land was confiscated, taken away from us. Anything we currently have is an illicit arrangement. That is why the criminal management team, they are running it for them, killing us as a result. So we need to proceed to transition, not election, because, and not martial law. Transition. You see, the queen of colonialism is dead. Colonized individual people, indigenous people should not do away with colonial constitutions, which is breeding poverty and underdevelopment. Is this too difficult to understand? No.
Which the American ambassador called a pressure cooker for injustice.
Exactly.
What other clues do we need? I mean, what other clue do we need? What other ones? Go ahead, sis.
We have already repudiated the 1999 Constitution. NINAS has done that. We showed you all the things because it's a sequence. You have to follow those sequence. That's the UN standard. That's the international standard. So we have done that already. What is left for you, the indigenous people, all of you that are putting yourself in different groups where they are collecting your money? Some are collecting and say they're doing this, they are doing that. It's about money making. All those groups, they are just making money. There's nobody that has plan, concrete plan on how to free the people.
No.
The work has finished. You go and take this job. Embrace it and run with it. Tell the international communities that the reason you don't want the election to go on is so that you can take back your sovereignty, which is your own. It is yours. They are only stealing it, just like they stole the gold, the diamond from South Africa. Be stealing gold, be stealing everything. That's the way they are trying to steal your sovereignty. Why? Because of the resources in your land. So we quickly go to Plan C, which is the 2023 election. They want to win that election by all means. In the days ahead, you're going to see more things. When you bring out one, another one will come out. When you bring out one, another one will come out. They are not joking. And another thing is that this whole arrangement of that 2023 election is to distract the indigenous people, the people that are running and saying obedient movement, this one, my party is this, my party is this. You are fighting amongst yourself, which is divide and conquer. So far, you're fighting yourself. APC. Some are in the camp called APC. Some are in slave camp called PDP. Some are in slave camp called Labour Party. All of those are slave camps. And you know what? This group, this slave camp is fighting this slave camp. This slave camp is fighting this thing. And you'll be fighting and killing yourself. It's going to get worse. So as the days go by, it's going to get worse. So the essence of them telling you, you see, when we made enough noise, NINAS made enough noise, what did they do? They brought the election date forward, because that election is to disguise for plans A and B. Is a strategic decoy for caliphate to conquer the people. And you see, anywhere they conquer, they will introduce Sharia law and put their emirates there. Go and check. These things are there. Go and find out. So right now, what is happening in PDP is that Atiku, a Fulani man, has secured the tickets, and Wike is running up and down and crying. His boys Oye are also with him. From time to time, they'll travel to London, travel to this solidarity movement. Hey, yeah, and Wike, they took all your money and gave the ticket to Atiku. Hey, whoa, no, sorry, sir. Meanwhile, Wike knew this plan and knew what he ought to do. Okay, then for APC, yeah, the ticket is with Tinubu and Boko Haram agents that is assisting him. So that, well, tell me the plan you're going to have with person that brought Boko Haram, with evidence there. These things are not conjectures. That's one slave camp, and people are killing themselves. And for Tinubu, and for Atiku, and for P2B, and for this, you will continue to kill yourself while plans A and B will move on. Then for those that are doing P2B, the Labour Party, please can you pull it up a little bit or remove this tag something, because I'm not saying the last line because of the tag. So for Labour Party, okay, thank you. For Labour Party with P2B, yes. Okay, Labour Party, the VP is Fulani from Mauritania. You saw him, he had to go and represent the Fulani nation when the queen died for the burial, You saw him when he went there. How do you think that he will now turn around and begin to do things that will work for you people? Already, they have the electoral law that they made, they have already cancelled it to enable them to rig the election. We told you this at the beginning. Part of what they will do is they will shuffle, they've already started that, to shuffle INEC staff. If you make too much noise, you're not going to allow them to rig, they will move you. And then if you do too much trouble, they will kill you. You remember when they burnt an entire family in Kano? These things are not hidden. An entire family, INEC staff, was burnt in Kano. His family, his wife and children, burnt. They can go to any extent to get what they want. So we are asking our people, what should be your response? For NINAS, we are saying all political parties should close shop because they are all complicit. All of them are together. They are all looking for how to win, not for you to win, not for you, the people, to win. It's not about you, it's about them and their party. And that's why we're saying you should close shop. Tell them to close shop because they are all businessmen in this thing that we're doing. They should go and join their people, the indigenous people. There are supporting videos. 2023 election as Caliphate strategic decoy for Caliphate conquest and onslaught. You check it, it's there. There's another one, another video, Nina's video, disguise for plans A and B is also online. Go there. You see how the commander-in-chief is complicit in all these things that we're saying. He has been enthroned. That's why Buhari, for 4 times, he kept coming, he kept coming, he kept coming. He kept coming for the election. The last time, before he finally won, he wept, he cried. What was making him cry? Why was he so desperate that, oh, I must get in, I must get in? It's because of Fulani plan. Because that is their plan, so that they will execute it. These things we are telling you, our people, they are verifiable. Go and get them, get verified so that you will know how to join what we're doing. Do we ask them questions now? Or do you want to make a comment?
Let's see. I guess trying to manage all of this. I can't talk and manage all of this. It's
So
too much.
sorry. So
No,
sorry.
that's okay. I mean, no, yes. So this is a actually. Let me pull up that slide. This is a good job. Thank you, guys. It looks like we have consistent tour people listening. That's a huge improvement. So please, we want this information to go out. You see how Sister Equi broke down the entire process, the plan A, the plan B, and the plan C. And I'm telling you, the caliphate is literally peeing on their pants. That somebody is showing their secret online. But are you guys paying attention? No. You're listening to people that don't care about you, people that don't want the best for you, people that have sold you out several times. They don't care. It's all about noise making. How can people even vote for someone whose name is Onwubuasi? Onwubuasi in our language means that death is a lie. Eh? When you die, you die.
That's an oxymoron.
Right. It is.
That's where confusion is beginning. Even from the name, you're confused.
Even from the name, you're confused. And we're telling you guys, and the good thing about all of this, you see why God will remain God after all is said and done. He gave you guys the opportunity to make it right. He warned you guys. He sent a prophet. You know, what do? No, we are busy chasing what is trending online, who is who, what is happening, but we refuse to listen to the good news. So do you really think that when you are being killed and your blood is flowing, that God now will come down from heaven to save you because you're special? No, you're stupid. You are another stupid punk that is dead. He's giving you guys the opportunity to get it right. We've broken it down because yeah, we understand maybe there are issues, maybe but today we say because some people have when you see these things, it will begin to make sense to you. My sister did a very good job by pointing out things, scenarios that are happening to connect them to each other so that it will begin to make sense. Who is here to deceive you? Do you think we, the daughters of truth versus politicians? Politicians are there for themselves. They are there to use you for their own purpose. That's why even here in America, you can see we have border patrol issue. Nobody wants to handle it. They're busy playing games because we are worried about re-election. If you say the wrong thing, if you come out, nobody will re-elect you. And we're saying that we shouldn't even live in a society that anything functions like that. What happens to logic and reasons? How are we going to bypass that and start playing with abrakata, baitia, kanishanye, woputia, kan dibia, magic, and say, this is how it's gonna work? This is a good time to call in for questions and answers. If you want to contribute, if you have any information, or if you have a question or concerns based on the information that we have provided today, this is a good time to do that. I don't know. I can't see the screen. Let me stop sharing. I don't think we have the phone number displayed on the screen, but it's +17743380942, and you can call that number as a WhatsApp. You can call that number as a regular number. The good news is that we have an option, guy. We have a very good option. NINAS has done a marvelous job of bringing a local solution to a local problem. It's no brainer. Nobody will stop you from fighting for your self determination. Nobody will fight you for defending yourself. We need to build a nation that we can live for our children. We don't want a nation where every time you turn around, our money currency is being devalued. We are not producing anything. We are busy consuming, and making more guy than the people that are producing. How long are we going to live like this? How long? How long? Please, let's end this madness. This is a good time to call in. So call in, ask some questions. As you're waiting for your calls, we will. Yeah. So I posted the link for the. What did I do? I posted the link for the video if you want to join the StreamYard. There's the link there is if you want to join. Then if you want to call, that's fine. I'll go ahead and continue. We'll continue with the slides. Please help us to share this information.
Please share and invite your friends. This made it easier for you, like, oh, what do I contribute? The question is displayed. My sister put up the questions. Ask yourself, because we want us to think. We want us to think. It's not about noise making. Let's take a break and then think. What is giving the invaders the right to come in? Let's just think. Let's think. All these people that are killing in northeast, northwest, everywhere, killing. How come we live in US? I don't see where Mexico people will start coming into US and start killing Americans. I don't see where people that we share borders with will just come in, strolling anyhow, and start killing Americans. In a country where you have military, you have intelligence, you have DSS, you have NIA, you have military intelligence, you have all the people that should guard information, intelligence, and of course, the military is to guard the territories. Then people will just be coming in. Hey, today they're killing us. Hey, tomorrow they're killing it. What is really going on? What is giving the invaders the impetus to come in? When they come in, they take the ammunition the military have. Who is giving that information? Who is giving out that information? That military, that here, this is where they're going. They will be here at this point in time. Who is leaking out that information? What is going on? Because there is serious sabotage. For you to ask her who is giving them the right to come in, it will take you to who is in charge of these security agencies. Who is running military? Who is running NIA? Who is running DSS? Who is in charge of Navy? Who is in charge of Air Force? Who is in charge of go and check it? And then who is the commander-in-chief? You get your answers. Is Nigeria not supposed to be a country? So how is it that foreigners will just stroll in with ease, come in and displace citizens and rename the place? Does it make sense, my people? And what is the purpose of the invasion? Are they coming to romance with you? Invading you, killing you so that they can get PVC? Is that what they want to do with you? Who are the heads of the different security agencies? That's what we're saying. Who is helping Fulani? Who is funding them from Nigerian territory, from the Nigerian treasury, and giving them money, giving money to Mieti Allah to buy more ammunition, aiding them to kidnap people in the south and ask for 30 million, 100 million so that they can acquire more ammunition? Who is doing this now? My brothers and sisters, do you say you don't have response? Anybody that does not have answers to these things is probably not being very informed or sincere. Because answers to these questions, these few questions, will begin to give you an idea of what you need to do. Voting Buhari out of office is not the solution, because the problem did not start when Buhari came. The problem was there before Buhari came. Buhari is only part of the problem. He is the agent sent towards the final phase of their conquest plan to finalize it. And he is bold, and he has been trained in Nigerian military. Britain trained Buhari, because those of you that should go and check his academic, you see where he received his training and everything. It's like when Osama bin Laden attacked America. You ask yourself, who trained Osama bin Laden? So if you can ask questions deep, things will begin to connect to you. See, we are with our people. Our people want change, but we are asking them, say, we want a lasting change. We don't want you to buy granules when you should be having the factory of granules. They are giving you crumbs when you are the owner of the land. We want you to say you can have more. Our people that didn't obey movement, all we are saying is that you can ask for more. With this thing you're doing now, you are able to do much more that will free you, that you don't need to wait till 2023 to free your children. That's what we're saying here. Share this video. Send it out to people. Work is going on. You know the beauty of what NINAS is doing? NINAS does not need the political parties to be part of what NINAS is doing for it to succeed. We do not need the enemy to say yes to succeed. We do not need Buhari. We do not need Fulanis. No, because this project is complete in itself. We are working with the indigenous peoples, and indigenous peoples are the owners of the land. So we are together, we are working with us. It's not organization. It's a movement of all the organizations and all the agitating groups. This is the only strategy on the table that can free them. Every other thing you hear is noise. Yes, we said it. The Daughters of Truth said it. Every other thing you're doing is noise. Because we've been there. We have seen everything. And all that noise you're making is 5% of what you need to do to free yourself, your land, and your resources. Some people will say, oh, what if P2B wins? He will win. He cannot do anything. That's why he's already tricking you people with his name. So he's telling you that the death you're dying is a lie, that you're not dying. Even his middle name, he has been named to be the one that will come and deceive our people in the dying moments, in a very critical moment where we are the last phase of freeing ourselves. He came that he might deceive you and then take you back, lead you back to those that are killing you. Handcuffed, your hands tied together. Ask yourself if what happened to MKO Abiola happens to P2B, what will you do? Do you know who will take over? His VP. Fulani from Mauritania will take over. So the plans A, B, C are intact. We have our response and we have been working on it. We have gone to the international scene to change their narratives. The only people waiting to embrace what we're doing are the people that are doing the work for political parties. People that are in APC, people that are in PDP, and people that are in Labour Party. These three slave camps and all the people running them are the only ones holding us back from having our freedom. When I mean us, it's not me, because God has already liberated us. It's those of you that are in that land, dying, being massacred. Is there anybody calling? Those of you in that land, you are the ones we are working for. Of course, we want to come home. But number one thing is that we are going to be alive. But you are in the immediate danger. My sister Yasina, you are in the eye of the lion. The lion, you are in the view of the lion. The lion is on you and waiting to kill you.
And the lion is hungry too.
And the lion is hungry. Those of you living right now in that geographical space, be it in Northwest, Northeast, Middle Belt, Southwest, South, Midwest, Southeast, all of you currently living there, your life is just a twinkle. Bam, you are sitting on gunpowder, and your PVC, again, will say, will not set you free. No. Because it's not PVC that put you inside there before. Some people say our people do not vote. Our people have been voting. Who do you think voted good luck in? You think it's Fulanis that brought good luck? Who voted for Abiola? Is it your people? Our people have been voting. Yes. For those of you that keep getting confused, I don't know why. Is it amnesia that you can't follow, that you're not thinking straight? Our people have been voting. So it's wrong to say that our people are not voting. Voting is not the problem. Where the problem is coalition and results. And they are in charge of INEC. They are in charge of the INEC machine. and in charge of the police that will monitor the INEC work. They're in charge of everything. Our work will continue. We are only telling people to wake up and join and embrace what we're doing. If you don't come, we will continue this work. We will continue this work. However, some people will die. Because this 3 war that is coming, because they have put you people in 3 different slave camps so that you can war and kill yourself. Because the politicians are partners in this. All they care about is how they will win their own election, not how you, the people, will be taken care of. Because anybody that wants to take care of the people, we know that the problem is the 1999 Constitution. That is how the invaders are coming inside. That's the right. That is what is allowing them citizenship rights to come into your country and kill you. That is what is giving them ammunition to come in and kill you. That is what is keeping you away from the ammunition that will protect you. But if you pull it down, then your governors will be able to arm and protect you before you start thinking of any other thing that you need to do. So my people said, on our bazotan, you need to secure the land before you start talking of the mattress. Mattress is PVC. You want to read what our brother wrote? Ifani Ezonyekwelu. He says, nobody all over the world is given an award of the best noisemaker. Noisemakers will achieve nothing. Thank you so much, my brother. He just wrapped it up. As an individual, sit down and ask yourself, this thing I'm doing, what is the plan? What is the strategy? Where are we going? We hear a lot of lies coming from different quarters. Some say, oh, now they know what self-determination is. And I asked somebody like Tony Wincy, did you know the word self-determination before?
Darling,
Well, did you know the word self-determination? And you want to be president? See, look at you. What is hungering this? So funny. And you know what? Our people are being deceived again. Nnamdi Kanu deceived our people. P2B deceiving our people. Tony Wincy deceiving our people. Wazirike has deceived our people. All these people have been deceived. But you know what? You are the one allowing them to deceive you, because you have refused to embrace knowledge. And the Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. And we're here every Saturday to give you knowledge. But you reject it. When you reject it, you perish. But work will continue. We will finish this work because it's the right thing to do. We are standing on truth. When you stand on truth, you don't go and look for another person to fight for truth, because truth fights for itself.
Yep.
The problem are those that lie. Liars will continue to rebrand and change and move around. Today they are lying BACA. They will run up and down. But those that are standing on truth will be consistent. The next, from 20 years going, we've been consistent. NINAS has been consistent on the message that it is a 1999 constitution that needs to be dealt with. It has been done before. In Chile, there's something my sister posted about Chile, how their life was before they said, oh, this is the constitution. The same thing with South Africa. This thing does not need shouting or insulting. It doesn't need to insult anybody. It's just truth. And it's facts. You go and verify. Thank God for internet. Thank God for Google. Our brother wrote another thing. He said, NINAS is not quarreling with any of these presidential candidates, but the constitution with which they will rule.
That's it.
People are getting it. Where are the professionals? I remember when we were in IPOB, when we saw what was going on, we came as women. That time it was Biafra Women's Show. We were shouting, where are the professionals? Where are the professionals? Please come. No man came. Come, these children we sent, we come to our land and start killing us. We saw that we are fermenting it. I was discussing with one of my sister-in-law, people that will not, when we are calling, they come and say, no. They say, no, I don't think. I say, you wouldn't know because you are not there. So please, all the noise making, please Cease. Listen, share this. Share this to George Onibe. Share this. Our brother Obidobi, and I don't know if he's watching. Share this to Uwazurike. Share it to Asari. Share it to all those people that you people are following behind. Ask them what is their plan and strategy. They should put it on the table for you to see. And based on what international protocol? Where is it coming? Where are they going to? Because this is planned where you have steps 1, 2, 3 until you get to the end. Ask those people that you're following. Ask Tony Mwisi, what is your plan? He said self-determination, that now you know how to get self-determination. And the first step is to become president of a Biafra Republic. Who does that? Who does that? Oh, your own is not government in exile. Which government in exile? Is there no government in that land, in that geographical space, in Southeast? Even if it's illicit, but there's no vacuum there. We don't want to be giving you people sense, because each time we try to say one thing to correct you, to move you away from your error, you will not use what we said to go and manufacture another error and give our people more. So we don't want to be giving, that's why we don't like mentioning you people, because we don't want to be giving you sense. We know you watch us, and then when we say something, you get sense from what we're saying, rather than get that sense to support, to take your people towards the light. You will use that sense and plagiarize the work even more, and then take the people into darkness. Those that are following Nnamdi Kanu, I'm not saying you should not worship human beings if your own is to worship Baal, because in the nation we are seeking, there is freedom of worship. If you want to worship cockroach, feel free. If you want to worship Nnamdi Kanu, feel free. However, what we will not take is lies and propaganda. Go and ask Nnamdi Kanu, what is the third thing he told you people he knew? He told you he knew 3. Uchemefo knew 2, and you knew 1. Go where he is celebrating himself, because where he is, he's not in prison. He's having fun. Go and ask him. He needs to confess. So before, if he's going to die, he needs to confess. What is the third thing he said he knew that he refused to tell those? I don't want to call you people bingos as they call you. I know you're human beings. You are our children. It's just that you are being deceived. Ask him to tell you people what that third thing is. We are here on fact finding, truth speaking. Truth does not need noise. That's why you see this morning, we came very calm. We have entered another phase in this our campaign. This phase is cool, calm, and calculated. That's where we are. My dear, maybe we'll just give them an announcement and round it up.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll sort of wrap it up. I think the people that are getting it are getting it. The good news is that you don't get to stop what we're doing, whether you agree or not, we will move, because we are here to do the right thing. In the days ahead, they're going to use celebrities to deceive you. You will see them come. Before they were saying NINAS, and now they will come out and say, Obi Kulate, Obi Kaino, Ebaino. These are, paid agents. So be careful. Be careful. These people, look at their history, look at their records. They are not there for you. They are not there for you. None of them. They like to join the moving trend. That's how they work. Anything that is trending, they will show up there so their face can be seen. It's all about their facial campaign. They will come out and say, I want to be the face of this one, and I want to be the face of that one. Even when our people are dying, they still think it's about their face and not about what is sustainable and something that can actually help our people to take them to the next level. So be on guard. Begin to use your tongue. Is that the way our mothers used to say, to count your teeth? Because at the end of the day, you will figure out who is for you and who is against you. And it's not hard. It's not hard. All you have to do is to look at the history and look at the truth, and you're good to go. It will help you to make your decisions quick, without any hesitation, because we need to go home. We need to go home. The universe is not going to wait for us. God is not going to stop being God. He's not going to come and save you, because he's giving you the tools to save yourself. So what he's not going to do is to come and do it for you. One of our brothers will say that God will not do for man what man will do for himself. If you guys will understand that, you will know why after 450 years of slavery, nothing has happened. Not even thunder. I was telling my sister yesterday, I said, not even thunder came the day they were taking slaves. You would think that one mighty rain will come and capsize that ship and turn it upside down and drown everybody. No. They went on that shipment 1 million times. Nothing happened though. Hmm? They came, raped your women, killed your children, took all your resources, nothing happened. They went back, fortified themselves, and created law where when they're shitting in their toilets, your economy is changing. They decide if you live or die. And heaven didn't come and destroy the whole thing. These people are flying every day on earth, no plane crash. They are busy rearing their children and being 96 years of age before they die. And that's how Peter Obi will deceive you guys. At the end of the day, he will be relaxing in his mansion, now London, eh? On his 70th birthday, he will send you guys a picture and say, chilling by my pool.
Yep.
And the gringos will go, Oga Peter, now you Biko, you don't enjoy your life, they good, oh, God bless you. Because they Juna Babo, merry-go-round that will never end. No shame in your game. You guys are not tired of faking it. You're not tired of not leaving any inheritance for your children. No, not tired of leaving something that is tangible. When a Chinese person will speak, you will speak. If you serve, you start speaking Chinese. What you, brown people, what have you done in this universe? Sign on email. What have you done? If not copy, follow, fake, this and that. You want to be addicted to anything. If you're not addicted to in the church, you're addicted to Daddy Gio. When Daddy Gio is not there, it's the freedom fighters. When they are not there, it's the governor within TK. Yeah, onion tiada like this that have been pulled out. You will follow him. If that one is not there, it will be a Bubo Monster, the new one in Lagos. Addictions. All manner of addiction. But get addicted to the thing that will give you life and give you life abundantly. No show. So we'll go with our announcement. So next week, the rest of Drew Talk Show, we are going to look at the modalities for the transition proposed by NINAS Constitutional Force Majeure. So look out for that. There is a video. If you go on YouTube, NINAS website, yes, please, there's plenty of video. And Brother Tony, thank you so much for making a short videos.
Yeah.
People don't have that kind of attention span to listen to that long talk. So there are videos. There are videos there. You're wasting time going to your Bible study, midweek service, prayer meeting, this and this. That should be your next education. That's school. That's the school you should be going. Because if you understand it, you begin to undo all the evil that have been done against you.
Yep.
We are not going to say this much. There is a clubhouse tomorrow. We'll put up the link on our Facebook page if you can help us to share that as many as people as you can through the clubhouse. The clubhouse, you can actually listen on a laptop. I guess the newer laptops, because my one wouldn't let me, but the newer one once will let you listen on your laptop if you don't want to put it on your phone. But we also going to create some an audio from it, so that we can share that audio as well for those that do not have the capability of the downloading an app. The news is going on. All we are asking is that if you like Nina's proposal, say yes. Say yes to it. Don't steal it. Don't copy it. Don't use it and go on a Biafran show and tell them I'm bringing a Biafra and Oduduwa. We don't know what constitution is all about. Don't steal things, and then when you go to your church, you say, yes, we are fighting for Nigeria. Yes, we're going to go forward. No, you need to give people the choice to decide on how they want to be ruled. So stop stealing things that doesn't belong to you. Y'all go online. We are not hiding. We didn't hide one of our strategies in the bag and say, Sister has it. And then that elephant, that big elephant swallowed one of them. It's in the stomach of that one. And then my dog, I have a dog called Baza Queen. Baza Queen took one and ran like, you know, they hear what. That's not what we're saying. Our strategies, our propositions are there for you to go and do what? Review. And that's what we're asking you guys, all these people that you're trying to vote for. What is their manifesto? What is their things that they're going to do? Can we examine it and see if it's even possible?
Won't be
Because
possible.
you got the big English there. Let's look at it on a practical level.
Have they not been bringing manifesto? Look at the APC manifesto before they joined here. Look at the APC manifesto before they came these 7 years that passed.
I know.
My
It
dear,
took
please talk
Buhari
about
a whole year
Mhm.
to elect any, nominate anyone into the ministry position.
Yeah.
So, my dear, we need to do better. We need to demand better. And like this is evidence. This is evidence. What we're doing here is collection of evidence to show what God has done for the indigenous peoples. If you refuse to embrace it, you will die. 450 years will go by, and God will still be in heaven. And people that have done wrong to you, destroyed you, killed you, them and their children will be going on on vacation. They will die on their 96th year birthday, and nothing will happen. It's just that
Because
simple.
God will not replace your action, He will only amplify it. He will not
That's it.
replace it. He created you to do those things. If you refuse to do them, you're supposed to use your brain to do them. If you don't want
Yep.
to do them, He will not just now live where He is and come and replace you. No, He
No.
will still continue to wait for you to do what you ought to do. And the platform is here, the strategy is here. The clubhouse that my sister announced on Restore Nations Clubhouse tomorrow, you get the opportunity to interact with Barrister Tony Nadi one-on-one. You ask him question one-on-one. That's the essence of that. It's created for you. Go there, bring your friends, Ndi Igbo, Yoruba people, Ijo, Efik. We want to amplify you. We know what the enemy did by mixing all of us inside mixer and turning up us. But each of you work with your group. If you are Ijo, gather your Ijo people. If you are Orobo, gather your Orobo people. If you're Igbo, gather your Igbo people. But what you don't get to do is take other people's territory and call it a name that you feel like calling it. No. The mistake has been made with Nigeria. We're not going to repeat Nigeria. The people will vote at referendum and say what they want. Am I in or out? This is my sovereignty. I want to form nation with this person or form alliance with this person. It is my right and it is their right. Come in tomorrow so that you ask questions and you repeat what you are told so that you say right. Like my sister said, stop the plagiarism. Eventually, this work will finish and everybody will know that you're a thief and a liar. It's going to show. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Take care. Be safe.